welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into the absolutely fascinating and frankly mind-bending extreme weather forecasts found across our solar system. If you think a sudden thunderstorm or a heavy winter blizzard here at home is intense, well, you're in for a real treat. We're going to explore exactly what falls from the skies on other planets, and I promise you, it's going to completely change how you look at a simple rainy day.
Now, we're all incredibly used to water falling from the sky here on Earth, right? It's the literal lifeblood of our planet. But what happens when you visit worlds with entirely alien chemistry? I mean, think about it. What happens when the atmospheric pressure is millions of times stronger than what we feel right now? Or when the temperatures plunge so close to absolute zero that the very gases we breathe just freeze solid? So what exactly does it rain in space?
Well, taking a look at this roadmap of our planetary neighborhood, it becomes pretty clear that when it comes to space weather, our familiar rain is actually the exception, not the rule. From our rocky neighbors to the massive gas and ice giants looming out in the outer solar system, precipitation takes on forms that sound way more like a sci-fi novel than actual scientific fact.
Part 1. The extreme inner planets. From familiar water to toxic skies.
Okay, so here on Earth, our weather relies on a very standard, familiar cycle. Liquid water evaporates from our oceans and lakes, rises up to form those fluffy, harmless clouds, and then just simply rains back down to the surface as liquid water. It's this gentle cycle that sustains all life as we know it. And, because it's all we ever experience, it kind of feels like the universal default. But as we're about to see, the universe has very different plans. Let's look right next door at Venus. It's often called Earth's twin because of its similar size. But that comforting water cycle, that is completely replaced by something, well, terrifying. Venus possesses a ridiculously thick, choking atmosphere. So instead of white, fluffy water vapor, Venus has dense, toxic clouds. And what rains down from them? Highly corrosive sulfuric acid. It's a relentless, hostile environment where a simple umbrella would literally be eaten away in seconds. But what happens when we move even closer to the sun? Well, Mercury represents a completely different extreme. Absolutely no rain at all. None whatsoever. Why? Simply put, Mercury lacks the atmosphere required to form it. Without an atmosphere to hold gases, trap heat, or allow for condensation, you just can't have weather. It's a stark, silent world, completely stripped of any skies to produce a storm.
Part 2. Alien snowfalls, extreme cold on Mars and Pluto.
Comparing our relatively close neighbor Mars with the dwarf planet Pluto way out at the edge of the solar system reveals a super fascinating similarity. They both actually experience snowfalls. But their chemical makeups are completely alien compared to our winter wonderlands. They perfectly show how dropping temperatures totally dictate the weather based on whatever elements just happen to be hanging around. Let's focus on Mars first. On the red planet, instead of frozen water falling from the sky, the atmosphere produces a dry snow made entirely of carbon dioxide, and this unique precipitation falls pretty heavily across the Martian polar regions. Just imagine standing on Mars and watching flakes of what is essentially dry ice drifting down to the ground. It is the ultimate waterless winter. Way out on the frigid fringes of our solar neighborhood, things get even colder. Pluto is a world of unimaginable frost. The atmosphere there is super thin, but hey, it's enough to produce weather. Pluto is blanketed by falling methane snow that coats its deeply frozen surface. Methane is a gas here on Earth. We use it to heat our homes, but out in the deep freeze of the Kuiper Belt, it crystallizes and falls like a gentle, completely alien blizzard.
Part 3. The Diamond Rain Giants. Intense pressure creates unimaginable wealth.
Now, the absolute most spectacular weather in the entire solar system happens when we look at the massive giants lurking in the outer orbits. Forget water, acid, or frozen gas. Here, extreme physics creates conditions that sound almost magical. We are talking about diamond rain. Yes, you heard that right. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune all share this absolutely mind-blowing atmospheric feature. Deep within their swirling layers of gas and ice, the intense pressure literally turns loose carbon atoms into solid, glittering diamonds that rain downwards. So on the massive gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, storms can brew up soot, which is essentially just carbon. As that carbon sinks deeper and deeper into these planets' immense atmospheres, the atmospheric pressure violently crushes the atoms together. The pressure is so incomprehensibly strong that the carbon is compressed into actual, real-life diamonds. This diamond rain then sinks deep, deep into the interior of these massive worlds. Crazy, right? The ice giants further out are somehow even wilder. On Neptune, diamonds likely form deep within its high-pressure icy interior, basically creating a hidden, jewel-filled core. Meanwhile, Uranus features what has to be the most bizarre atmospheric cocktail in the entire solar system. Its weather system is this wild mix of diamond rain intermingling with liquid water, methane, and ammonia. It's essentially a highly pressurized, swirling chemical soup just filled with sinking precious stones. Part 4, the final forecast, taking a look at our bizarre neighborhood. So, as we wrap up our cosmic weather report, it really puts our local weather into perspective, doesn't it? The next time you get caught in a sudden downpour on Earth, or you're stuck shoveling snow off your driveway, just be glad you aren't dodging chunks of dry ice on Mars or trying to shield yourself from falling diamonds on Saturn. The sheer variety across our solar system is just breathtaking. From empty skies on Mercury and sulfuric acid on Venus, to methane snowdrifts on Pluto, and literal diamond showers on the giant planets, our solar system is clearly full of stunning extreme precipitation. It really goes to show that nature's imagination is vastly richer than our own, entirely governed by gravity, temperature, and atmospheric pressure. Which leaves us with a fascinating question to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. If you had the ultimate, indestructible spacesuit, one totally capable of withstanding any pressure, temperature, or toxic chemical, which of these bizarre cosmic weather forecasts would you most want to stand out in and witness for yourself? Or, better yet, which one would you avoid entirely? Keep that in mind the next time you look up at the clouds.